Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today's Friday, August 14th, 2025. I already took off my watch, so now I don't remember the date. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com. My Intuitive Intention on Etsy. I say that all the time. Etsy. And he also sells his decks in the TikTok shop. Yep. Yippers. We got one on the table. Two on the table. Three on the table. Okay, why did I just hear it's gonna be a rough beginning? We got four on the table. We got one major. Five on the table. Five on the table, two major. Six on the table. Seven on the table. Hold on. Hold the hell on. We got seven on the table. We've got three majors. One of those majors is in reverse. And we have one card in reverse. Ooh, pardon me. Let's do two more shuffles. Eight on the table. We got eight on the table, four majors. One of those majors is in reverse, and we have a card in reverse. Last shuffle. Okay. We got nine with bottom of the deck. We've got five of wands. Eight of wands. The Hierophant. We've got nine of cups. Last Judgment. We've got King of Pentacles in reverse. We've got Temperance in reverse. The Magician. And bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Feminine, masculine. Take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. It's my lucky Care Bear. Good luck, Bear. So here's the thing. Something has a really rocky beginning. Like, the potential is there, but like if this is a relationship and two people get into a relationship, it's going to be very rocky to start. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Temperance in reverse, like there's going to be some kind of maybe like getting more of like clashing interests, okay, with the Temperance in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse, Rob Berthelman. Why did I say John? Rob Berthelman put on their irresponsibility. If this is about a relationship, like one of these two people might be, or both, but like one at least, one is coming through. Someone that's not quite used to adulting. Like someone, even if they're not like younger than another person. Okay, stop yawning. Seriously. Stop it. Even if they're not younger than the other person, they have that energy. So, and this is just an example. But if somebody, it's just an example. If somebody grew up like around money, had wealthy parents, wealthy grandparents, live in a nice neighborhood, live in a nice home, even though they might not have access to that, even though they may not make that for themselves, like in a career, a job, it's like somebody living like that anyway, if that makes sense. Just like somebody, like, as an adult, when you own your own home, rent, it doesn't matter. You have to pay your bills every month. When a roundabout, you remember when they're due. Maybe you put it in your phone, maybe you have a chart, I don't know. But this would be like this person deciding, well, I'm going to spend my money on this instead of, paying my car payment. And I'll just figure it out the next month, even though you're going to get charged some type of late penalty for being late the 1 month. Something about not knowing how to be an adult, not like taking things not seriously, but at face value. Almost kind of like living in a fantasy land, like somebody living in a fantasy land. Again, if this is a relationship, pardon me on the yawning, seriously. I was scrolling through TikTok and stuff for about a half an hour before I came on here. I didn't yawn once. With the Eight of Wands, there will be growth from this. Like somebody will realize, like, oh, like that's not okay. This other person is going to tell them, you don't really act like a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old. Like, get it together. And there will be movement there. There will be growth there. Still can't talk. With the Hierophant, if the effort is put in, like this person is gonna mature, right? Like they're gonna realize, oh, maybe I just wasn't looking at it from the right perspective. I'm just so used to living like this, and then here I am. Because with the Nine of Cups, the Last Judgment, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles, if this is a relationship, if this is a couple, there's fulfillment here. Like somebody might even have wished or manifested for this connection. There will be that Ten of Pentacles, that Ten of Cups. Like it's, and even though the relationship is at rocky at first, like you grow with each other. Even if you're not like on the same level, you know what I'm saying? Healing wise, spirituality wise, adult wise, maturity wise, right? Even if you're not on the same level, you're going to grow with each other. It's all going to even out eventually. If this is like a career type thing, This is somebody, changing careers or getting into a career and realizing with the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Temperance, like it's not really the job that they thought it was going to be. Maybe it's a little harder, maybe it's a little more complicated. They're not quite happy with it. They might even when people, let's put it this way, from preschool and well into adulthood, well to your retirement, you're always going to be in situations that you don't necessarily want to be in. But it's kind of funny with this King of Pentacles in reverse. Like I was seeing somebody like take a job and think it's really great at first and then realize, oh, maybe this is a lot more work than I thought. Oh, maybe this wasn't really what I was thinking it was going to be. I'm not happy here. And it's kind of like, that kid that gets their first job and, they're told, okay, you get like 2 weeks of vacation, 5 sick days for the first year that you're here. We give that to you right away, blah, 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 blah. And this kid realizes that they don't like the job, so they schedule the vacation. They use all their vacation, and then they never come back. Just kind of like that immature type attitude. Sometimes though, when you get into a job, like, it seems good, then it seems rough, then it seems good again. The place where I'm currently at now in the warehouse, when I started there in 2019, first off, I was probably not 100, but maybe like 70 pounds heavier, something like that. I had to push a cart around and pick items into boxes, take the cart to packing, pack the boxes with bubble, put the shipping label on there, and throw it on the line to send it to the truck so whoever's at the truck can pack it into the truck. I had to run around in that cart at the old building when I was originally hired in 2019. There were 3 aisles for us to pick out of. And you started at one end, went down, around, up and around, and then you went back to packing. And then there was another, it's called 12 because it was 12 aisles, like small aisles, all in one spot, underneath the old auto store at the old building that I'm in now at the new building. I used to have to run around like a maniac with that cart all day long. And it got to the point, like, I think my second week there, I told my ex-husband, who was my husband at the time, I don't know that I could do this. Like, this is exhausting. Like, I'm too fat and lazy for this. And then I started to lose a little bit of weight and, like, I just felt better about it. And then eventually I stopped doing that. And when we came to the new building, like, I literally just stand like in front of a pick station or a pack station, and that's it. I don't get as much physical activity. The funny thing is now I would love the physical activity. Back then I could care less. But yeah, it's kind of like getting into that job and thinking it's going to be great, and then kind of having like the rug pulled out from underneath you, and you're like, oh, this is shit. It's not going to work. I mean, I've been there, and I've had that in more than one job, you know. I saw a big leaf out there. It looked like a dead squirrel or something. Hmm. I don't know why, but I don't know why, but I just heard the words, take your ass home. Take your ass home. Hmm. So whoever, if this is a back to a relationship connection, if this is a relationship connection, whoever this person is that is not like adulting, whoever this person is who basically is having issues. Not that it doesn't impact the other person, it does, but I stopped mid sentence, didn't I? like I whoever this person is they're gonna not fight the person that they're supposed to like be with, move forward with, but it's like they're very like they don't want other people's opinions, they don't want other people to say anything to them. Hmm. I don't know why I'm seeing I'm seeing somebody spraying like almost like I think a mosquito repellent. Whoever this person is that's not adulting or doesn't know how to adult, I guess I should say. He or she is very charming. Because it's like this person's gonna, they're gonna feel like they could charm this other person out of like holding them accountable for anything going on in life in general, and they're gonna realize real quick that like they have to take some accountability for themselves. Can't just behave and act a certain way and just expect to roll along. I keep getting all these calls for, and they never leave a message. Why would I answer you back if you don't leave a message? Tell me who you are. Like I said, this if this is a romance, if this is a relationship, if this is two people coming together, it's it's gonna be rocky. And the more and more I look at this temperance in reverse, the more and more I look at it, like it's gonna be a back and forth energy of like, are we even gonna like do like are we gonna do this? Like what are, because it just gives me like two different energies clashing, right? Almost like maybe like a twin flame kind of thing. But two energies clashing and one wanting to go one way, one wanting to go the other. They're supposed to be together. Like this is two people that are supposed to come together. But it's recognizing that there's some different things going on there for each of them. And the one who's a little more enlightened, recognizing like, I mean, sure, this person can figure their own shit out and do it themselves. But if we're going to get in a relationship, shouldn't we kind of do this together? Shouldn't we go through this together? Even though like I'm really even though like I'm really pissed at you right now cuz you know, you're immature. Like can we just like, all right, I think I'm going to leave it there cuz I'm not with the one last thing with the last judgment card. Like somebody is, whoever this person is that's irresponsible, this person needs to like really think about themselves, like what they have going on for themselves, because it kind of gives this kind of gives the energy of this person telling the upright person like, no, 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 you're not going to judge me like that, like we all do this, we all do that, blah 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 blah. Like don't call me out on my shit, I'm going to call you out on your shit, which is fine. It's fine. But if at the end of the day, that person recognizes that they do in fact need to do something, like, then hello, you need to fix yourself, heal yourself, work on yourself, whatever the case may be. Cuz I don't cuz I don't think that these are two, cuz it just gives, again, it just gives energy of like two people on two different levels in life, two different places in life, and they're supposed to come together, but it's like there's an off balance because one is kind of above the other one, and there might be like that intuitiveness, that counterproductive energy of like we're each going to try and control this, when really they should just be helping each other, coming together and help each other. So if this person is a little bit lower on the scale of life, then this other person needs to come down and kind of show them the way, show them the path. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. It's, I don't, you know what? It's not like it's a bad energy or anything like that. It just, it's just like the same old story, like a tale as old as time, right? Like one person has their shit together, the other one doesn't, but they think they do. And then this one's like, hey, you need to get your shit together. And this one's like, dude, don't talk to me like that. I do have my shit together. But at some point, this person's going to recognize, oh, holy shit, I don't have my shit together. And this person's going to be like, okay, let's work together on this. Like how, if it's a relationship, you should be working on stuff together. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I'll talk to you later. Bye.